Hello everyone, welcome back to the second video of Go. Before we get started, we'll go over some basics with Go. And there's a lot of information here if you are looking to seek other additional information that we don't cover in this video. I have a whole slew of different documentation here that can be helpful. So we'll start off with, as I mentioned, we're going to use Visual Studio as our editor. All right, so we have our first application here. So one thing I'd recommend is when you go to use Go for the first time, if you don't have it installed, click over here where it says extensions and type in Go, and it will bring up Go right here. I have it installed, so I don't need to install it. But if you don't have it installed, what will happen is it'll say install here. You'll click on this button and it will install the language for you, or at least the libraries that you need. Okay. So first and foremost, we'll just get started with running some small code just to, kind of get things running and show you how to run it and so forth. So let's go ahead and create a file. So I'll click create a file. We'll call this, we'll call it demo. So demo.go for Go. And you notice here it gives it the Go here. Why it has the right here is because we created this file and we didn't add anything to it. So it thinks that something's the matter. So let me zoom in here a little bit, make this larger. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to declare your package. So if you come from a background in Java, in Java you have a package name. So we'll call this package main, just like that. And then just like Java or even C#, you have to import libraries. In this case, we have to import the FMT library, which happens to be the main library to do some features within what we're doing here, which is using console at this point. So we'll do import, and then in quotation marks, we'll do FMT. Okay, so this will allow us to output stuff into console. Okay. So if you FMT library is also derives from C++, and I should have mentioned that as well. But the FMT package within Go, you can actually pull it up here. If you go to package.go.dev, you could actually come out here where I showed you and go to docs, and there is a package search here I thought I seen. Where did I see that at? Let's see, when you can't find anything. Oh, package documentation, duh. But there's a way that you could go to, I seen it at the top here. You could just search any package here. If I did FMT, it brings this up right here. So FMT is just basically a standard library, implements input output. We will be talking about the %v today, which is a default format when printing out structures. But as you can see here, there are other things that you could do when you're using a Boolean, an integer, etc. There's all these different features that you could do. So just an FYI. I just wanted to kind of point that out. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to have a main area. So we'll create a function, we'll call it, and some of this code is, what's really cool about this code is it's like a consolidation of Java, a little JavaScript. It has a little everything in there. So I like it. I like how it's styled. So we'll call it function main, and within our main function, we'll do an open close parentheses there, and we'll do fmt dot print line, and we'll say hello world, just like that. Now I'm gonna save this. So we'll come up here and save it. Now, in order to run it, we need to make sure that we can run it. So you have two options. If you're using a PC, I'd recommend using DOS. If you're using this editor, you could use this terminal. If you're using a Mac, you could use terminal. But in this case, I'm gonna click new terminal. and I do pwd, which shows the file I'm in the location at. So I'm gonna clear it. The first thing I'd say is type in go and hit return. If you type in go and hit return and you get this information here, that means that this is set up for you to actually execute and compile and run your code. But if you do not get this, then that means that maybe you have to restart Visual Studio, so that's a possibility. So in order to run this code, this is very similar to this part right here. Is kind of similar to Node.js. You know, Node.js, you do node, file name, whatever. It's kind of similar. So in this case right here, I could type in go, run, and then I type in the name of my file, which is demo.go, and click return. And you see what it does. It prints something on the screen, which is hello world. Pretty simple, right? So just a couple commands that you had to do. So that's the go run command. Let's say that you wanted to build your code. So we're going to get something different. So we're going to do the build command. If you're doing the build command in Windows, which I'm using on Mac, what happens is build, it's like if you're familiar with C# and you're writing a console application and you build your C# program, it always creates a dynamic library, a DOL file. It also creates an executable file, an exe file. So in this case, if we were running a Windows machine, it would produce an exe for us. It'd be called demo_here.exe, which then you could take that executable and click on it anywhere and execute it. You could put it in your shell scripts. So if you're doing PowerShell scripts, or maybe if you're doing just basic commands scripts, you could do something like that. But in this case, I'm running a Mac, so this would be very similar to a Linux machine. It'll be like a server thing. We'll do dot and name of the file. So let's go ahead and type it. Go build demo.go. Hit return. Now you see that it really didn't do anything, but it created this file right here called demo. And so if I want to run this, I could just do dot or backslash, and I could do demo.go. And oh, permission denied. That's weird. Oh, you know what? I did it wrong. So I have to do dot demo, and there you go. So I did it wrong. So it's dot / the name of the file without the extension, and provides you your output on the screen. Okay. So that is a little tutorial on that, not much. So let's go ahead and clear this screen. Click X here for now, for give myself some space here. So what we're going to do here is just pretend that we're creating a program of some sort. So let's see here what we want to do. We have our function main, and I'm going to print here. 1 second. Stop to sneeze. All right, so let's say welcome to my, what can this be? Wine game. Welcome to my wine game. So like wine trades. All right. So now we're talking about variables. So if I wanted to do, say, var name, just like JavaScript, and I want to say, give it a data type like string, and say equals Bob, like that, I could do it. Now it's arguing with me right now because we haven't used name. It's saying you declared it, but you haven't used it, like most languages. So if I did fmt.printf, which is print the function, I could type in name right here. Now, what I can do is I need to pull up terminal. I need to save this, and then if we run it, why is it pulling up npm stuff now? We need to go run and demo.go. And it says welcome back to my wine game, Bob. So what it's doing here is it's including Bob in my message. But one thing is there's a better way of doing this. Because it's like if you're using C# or Java, you have to declare your data types. Whereas if you're using Python and other languages, in JavaScript, you don't have to do that. So what we could do differently here is we could do something like we could let it do the work for us. So we could take this out here, comment it out. And so what we could do is we could come down here and say name : equals, and we could say Bob. What the : equals means is it declares the value, but this colon, by adding colon, it allows the code to automatically determine what type of data type you have here. If you have a string, if you have an integer, etc., so that it could print it out for you. So, so for example, if we run this code right here, well, let's save it first. And it says, welcome to my wine game, Bob. So it does the same thing with Bob because it just knows to pull it up. It doesn't have to do the other thing. So let's say that we wanted to add some other information to it. So let's say that we said hello. So we're going to create a sentence here and we said hello. And then we did %v. That's one of the formats I talked about. %v. How are you doing? And then we could do name right here for Bob. Okay, so let's save that, run it. And so once again, it says, welcome to my wine game. Hello, Bob, how are you doing? So it provides that feedback for us. It provides that what we're looking for, which is good. You know, it provides information. So moving on, let me clear my screen here. Let's say that you wanted to scan what the person puts in there. Okay, so let's say, let me think. So let's go back and change this, modify this around a little bit. So let's go back to the using the string again. So name string, for example, and let's do fmt dot use the word scan, and we could do percentage. If I can find it, percentage, or no, it's ampersand. Sorry, wrong one. Ampersand, which as you see here, it scans the text that you put in, and we'll say name. Then we could type format dot println, and then right in here we'll just say name. So if we run this, welcome to my wine game. Now it did nothing. You notice how the cursor is blank. It's waiting for me to type something in. So let me type in Willie, Fast Willie. And you see what happens as soon as I hit run, it outputs everything that I typed in. So if I did that again, ran this again, typed in Steelers are awesome, and hit return, it says Steelers are awesome. So it grabs it per word and outputs it on the screen. So that is the scan feature. So let's say that we wanted to print ask questions as well. So let's clear this screen here. And let's say format, we have welcome to our game. We have, let's move this guy up a little bit. There we go. And we have our scan in place, which is fine. We don't have an area here. So let's say print line, and then we'll say hello. I should have kept my other code that I had before. %v, welcome to the game, to the wine game. We will do common name. So let's just say Bob or whoever we have there, because we didn't specify a name. And then the second part is, well, let's see what this does first. So let's save this, run it. Jeffrey. That doesn't look right. Why did it print the V? Hello. Well, it did part of it right. That's weird. Huh. What did it do wrong? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Did I do something wrong? Format scan name string. Oh, I was supposed to print F, not print line. Okay, that's why it didn't look, because the print line doesn't know how to output that. It doesn't know what's going on. So let's clear it real quick and try it again. Much better. I was confused on what was happening. So a good example, when you do print line, same thing in Java, it just prints the console. It doesn't understand how to handle the percentage. It doesn't know how to handle that library. All right, perfect. That's good. Alrighty, we're catching some. All right, we're doing something good here. All right, enter. All right, so let's say fmt print f. And we'll say enter your age. Let's see if you're old enough to do one game. Okay, so we'll do colon like that, and then we'll do var age, and we'll do uint. What does that stand for? It is an integer, so we're declaring this as an integer value. And we'll do that scan, and then we'll do ampersand age. So we can scan the age. And then we just want to print it here, and we'll say print line on this one. And we'll say is basically we're saying, hey, is age greater than or equal to 21? Okay, that's what we want to see, because we're going to put the age, and let's say I put 18. We want to see if it's greater or equal to 21. Okay, so we'll save it, clear it, run it. Jeffrey. My age is 18, and it gives a value of an expression of false. So what it's saying here is, you know, like in other languages, we have to write if this equals that. I mean, we do, but in this case, we're doing a little bit different. So in this case, we just want to print it. So we're not doing a conditional statement here. We're just doing print statement, and then within the statement, we're giving it a conditional statement. Okay. So within the conditional statement, we're saying, basically, if the age is greater than or equal to 21, we're checking, we're getting a validation whether that value is true or whether that value is false. Okay. Hopefully you're with me at this point. All right. So let's actually put this all together and make something out of it. So, or add on to it a little bit more. So now let's actually do the conditional statement here. So, conditional statement, we will just say if, take this out, we'll say if age is greater than or equal to 21, do that. We'll say print, and say you are, we'll put, sorry, but you are underage. Simple, right? Then we need an else. So we'll say else, and that'll be print line. We'll give them a second one. Say sorry, but soon. Keep it simple. So let's save that and run it. Jeffrey, age is 18. Sorry, but soon. But let's run it again. Let's say that we're 22. Oops. Jeffrey, 22. Sorry, but you're underage. That's wrong. If your age is greater or equal to 21. Oh, you know what? I got it wrong. Boy, I'm dumb. It should be here. The heck was I thinking? So we want it to be, if it's greater than, it's awesome. Awesome. Welcome to the game. So if they're greater or equal to 21, welcome to the game. Else, sorry, but you're underage. Let's run that again. So I don't know what the heck I was thinking. So let's clear this and run it again. Jeffrey, my age is 22. Awesome, welcome to the game. Now if I run it again, I'll put Randolph. That's my name. And how old are you? I'll say 20. Sorry, but you're underage. Okay, so that conditional works. So this prevents people from getting into the game. All right. Let's change this to welcome to the wine drinking game. So, all right. I'm gonna close that for now. All right. Now we're clicking with some guys. So we can say, let's come down here, and we can say printf right here. And what is better? What tastes better? The 2016 cab or 2020 Pinot Grigio? I put a question mark here. I might zoom this out a little bit. Okay, there we go. So then, whoops, Control Z. There we go. All right, so then we'll create an answer here. We'll say answer is string, and then we'll do bar answer 2. So we'll have 2 answers, a string. And then we'll capture what is inputted. We'll say scan, and we'll say ampersand answer, and then we'll do answer 2, like that. Okay. Now we need a conditional statement. We have to say if answer plus answer 2 right here are equal to, let's see here, we're going to say what tastes better. We're going to say the answer is 2016 cab. So we'll say 2016 cab. And then here we'll say print line, sorry. Correct answer. 2 points. All right. And then we could come down here and say else. Mind you, I'm just making this up as we go. Answer plus, and then we could say, we're just concatenating all this information together. If it equals, we'll say if it equals the other one, 2020 Pinot Grigio, we'll say print line, answer is incorrect, 0 points. Okay. Then we can do else. So we have a third else. And what can we say? Let's say if they put something else by accident, we'll say, sorry, it's not the right answer. All right, so let's save this and run it. I wonder why they did that. All right, so let's run terminal. And all right, there we go with that crap again. So go run demo.go. Welcome to the wine game. Hello Jeffrey, welcome to the wine drinking game. What's your age? 22. Awesome, welcome. What tastes better, the 2016 cab or the Pinot? I'm gonna say 2016 cab and hit enter. Correct answer, 2 points. So it's clear and run it again. And I'll say my name is Michelle. And how is your age? We'll say 28. And I'm going to say 2020 Pinot Grigio. I should say wrong. Sorry, that's not the correct answer. Perfect. That's what we're expecting. So we're testing this code out. Now we're going to be different. So we're going to say, my name is Charlie. And how old's your age? Well, first we're going to say we're underage. So it won't let us into the game. But here's a problem here. Sorry, but you're underage. What tastes better? So it's allowing us to do this. So there's a problem there with the bug. We have to fix that. So that's fine. We're going to put something else anyways. So we're going to say Colt. We'll just enter something wrong. Wonder what it, see, it did a couple bad things here. It says, what tastes better, 2016 Caber? And it may be because he wasn't a register thing. So let's try it differently. So let's try this real quick. Jeffrey again. I'll make sure that my age is 34. What tastes better? I'm going to say the 2009 Chardonnay. Hit enter. Sorry, that's not right. So that's good. So it did. So when you're a registered user, it works fine. When you're not a registered user, it should never ask me for that question though. So when I say sorry, you're underage, it should have ended the program. So how you do that is you have to put this else down here, I think. Because here's what happens is the program continues on. I'm just curious. So let's say we put it here. Will it work? And age, I'll say 12. Sorry, but you, okay, so it still didn't work. That is weird. All right, so we need a way to exit the program there. So, well, this is just an example of how to do it, but this code right here is not set up for, yeah, let's just exit. That's fine. So what has to happen? We have to have another question here. We're printing this here, and we need to validate the age. Because all we're doing here, we're saying, sorry, it's not available. You have to end the program to make that work. So let's see. Here's the thing. We need to, after this gets called, we need to close the program in order to make it work for this stuff to go on. So if you use the command os.exit and you give it a command, so there's different ones. If we hit like number 4, it completely wipes everything out. But this 0 will give us the ability to close the program and start from scratch. So let's see if it works. All right. So name's Jeffrey. What's your age? 18. Boom. There you go. It exit and you have to start over again. So that's how you would do it to exit your program. So this is just a little demo on, and you see when I did that, I automatically imported OS for us. So this is a good definition. This is if you do the package OS, you'll see some information on that library as well. But anyways, this is a good start to learn a little bit about Go. Hopefully this is helpful. Thanks for watching. Good day.